Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Welcome to Newsbreak. People around the country stop for Anzac Day. An Aussie icon makes a big return. And we find out what has these cows so excited. And if you're new here, why not hit subscribe again? Today is Anzac Day, a day when Australia and New Zealand stop to remember those who have served and died in the military. And for the first time since the start of the pandemic, a lot of the services were able to go ahead without any restrictions.
All over the country, hundreds of thousands of Aussies came together, some even in the rain, to commemorate Anzac Day. For Hayden here, he was remembering his great-grandfather, who served in World War I.
This is what he looks like.
This year is the first time since the pandemic he could attend the public dawn service.
Since our lockdown that we couldn't really be able to march and we had to do it in our driveway.
Many were happy that wasn't the case this year.
It was really big crowds and it was really good to see them here.
Anzac is an acronym for Australian New Zealand Army Corps. And today is Anzac Day because on April 25th, 1915, Australian and New Zealand forces began their first major military battle, landing on the beaches of Gallipoli in Turkey during World War I. More than 100,000 soldiers from both sides were killed in Gallipoli, including more than 11,000 Anzacs. Now, April 25th is a public holiday and a national day of remembrance. Services are held around the country at dawn, and some Aussies even travel all the way to Gallipoli. For the past 2 years, the remembrance service in Gallipoli had to be cancelled because of the pandemic, but it made a return today, giving the many Australians and New Zealanders who made the trip a chance to pay their respects to those who fought and died in the war, and to remember Gallipoli as the first battle we took part in as a nation.
Emmanuel Macron has won the French presidential election. He is the first French president in 20 years to be re-elected, which means he'll be spending another 5 years in the top job. Well, it's been a massive weekend in sport, so we've got Gladys on hand to break it all down.
History was made this weekend in the Super W Grand Final. Fijiana and Giraffe beat the New South Wales Waratahs to win the club's first ever championship in its first ever season.
And Lamani, what a try for the Fijiana and Giraffe. That is special to watch.
Fijiana are the only international team in Australia's top rugby union women's league, and it's safe to say they have definitely taken the competition by storm.
Brilliant from the Fijiana and Giraffe fullback.
Lauren Jackson is back. After 6 years of retirement, one of the biggest legends in Aussie basketball history has made her return to the sport, playing for NBL 1 team Albury Wodonga.
Jackson with it.
She's played 2 games over the weekend and has proved she's still got it, clocking 36 points yesterday and 21 on Saturday. What a comeback! The most famous streak in Aussie sport is over. I kid you not, for the first time in more than 35 years, the Perth Wildcats will miss the NBL finals after a tight loss against the Phoenix. It's tough news for Perth, but great news for the Tassie Jack Jumpers. Perth's loss means the Jack Jumpers get the remaining final spot, a huge achievement in the team's first season. And this was the reaction from the Jack Jumpers when they found out. Yeah! And would you look at them, jumping for joy.
Hello. I now seem to be an egg. But not for long, because these next stories are all about coming out of your shell. It's been a long winter for these cows in Sweden. This is their first time coming out of the barn, seeing the sun and running around since winter began. They're kept indoors because Sweden stays very cold and very dark during the winter months. But now it's spring and time to come out of their shells. Now to another very excited animal in Chile. Look, it's having so much fun. Baby Benito the giraffe made its first public appearance over the weekend to mark Earth Day and remind people that giraffes are an endangered species that need our help. Benito was born on March 21st, but has been living alone with mum until now. And what better time to come out your shell? This is a marathon where the track is made out of steps, and it just so happens to be in the highest skyscraper in all of South Korea. It's the first time the organisers have been able to come back out and hold the race since the start of the pandemic. All up, 800 competitors took part, climbing a whopping 2,917 steps to the finish line on the 123rd floor. Well, that's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Oh, and if you're new here, why not hit subscribe? Just like that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.